Okay. Hi, AOAers. Welcome back to the Tortured Poets Department, the Anthology. Thank you for coming back for part two. It was a moment in time when I realized that the bonus track portion that was coming at 2 a.m., I realized that it contained not one, not two, but 15 songs. My initial big thought on this album, I like this one better. But I usually enjoy the bonus tracks and the unreleased vault tracks more than the ones that they choose to put on the studio album. So I'm not too surprised. Having heard both albums now, I feel this 31 song Labor of Love has a lot fewer radio songs. What's wrong, Paul? Oh, all right. Um, okay, so this is Labor of Love has a lot fewer radio friendly songs. I actually can't even imagine how Fortnite is going to play music video wise um, at 8 p.m. tonight, which is playing at 8 p.m. on YouTube right before the members only 420 show on AOA. You're definitely going to want to catch that tonight. But I'm interested to see what will be chosen. Yes, there's another album. There were two albums released last night. Maybe I should just go back for anybody who didn't know that. There was an album that was released with 16 tracks, and then at 2 a.m., a second album, the Anthology, the Tortured Poets Department, the Anthology, was released with 15 more tracks, which we're going to go over now. I think he's being silly, but I can never tell with Paul. Okay, so I'm interested to see what will be chosen to be the singles. So many of them seem down to me. Anyone have any ideas what you can listen to while you drive your car, or do the dishes? Well, you have 14 more to choose from right now, so let's get going. But first, two programming notes. One, I mistakenly believed The Bolter to be the bonus track on the first album. It was not. It is track 14 on this album. I don't know where I got my wires crossed, but I've already reviewed that one on the previous, this morning's video. I'll go over it a little bit, but I went into it on the last video. And the second programming note is, for those of you who were here this morning, if you didn't see Frank's YouTube comment, I could not see the comments. The only ones I could see were the ones that Frank posted on the screen that I read out loud. Those are the only ones I could see, which is why I wasn't interacting with you. But if anybody's here, besides Paul, even though Paul will be talking, I will interact with you because I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But I know 5:30 on a Friday is a tough time, so on we merrily go. Okay. So, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, let's go, bitch. I'm so sorry. This got a little messed up. But the first track is called The Black Dog. This song is a PSA for turning off your shared locations if you break up with someone. In this song, she checks her phone and sees that her ex has stepped into a bar called the Black Dog. But really, this can be anything this day and age, and probably has been everything in many forms for most of us. Facebook posts showing them out and having fun, a story from someone who's seen them at an event or a party, Instagram, I don't know, TikTok. Does anybody use TikTok to spy on their ex? But so many ways now to find out that the person you did everything with is now doing things without you. This is the song with the one of the leaked lyrics, which is "Old habits die screaming." Ain't it the truth? The second song is called "I'm Gonna Get You Back," and it's lowercase, all one word, missing the apostrophe and I'm. um, and I liked this play on words. Post-breakup, sometimes you want to get them back, but in what way? Do you want to get them back as in resume the relationship, or do you want to get them back for what they did to you? See what I mean? I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you back, or I'm going to get you back. Both sides are shown. She says, whether I'm going to be your wife or going to smash your bike, I haven't decided yet. But either way, I'm going to get you back. I like the way this is even smushed up into one word. Like, I haven't even thought about it. I haven't even thought about it long enough to separate the words. It's impulsive. It's, yes, play on words. Yes, it is impulsive and it's irrational and it's almost immature in the um, dichotomy of I'm going to get you back, but which way? The next song is The Albatross. Now, if you guys like the song Willow or Ivy, this song has strong Willow and Ivy vibes, both in the melody and in the almost not mythology, but just beauty of the subject. A pretty melody, and I see it as an ode to the men who choose women labeled as difficult or tough, albatrosses here to destroy you. She speaks of all the warnings others give against choosing someone like this, but then the day comes when those same people turn out to be the jerks, and who comes to the rescue? The huge bird with her enormous wings, whom you chose, because the love that is not easy, the love that has that danger and that always an uphill climb, it has a fierceness that applies to everything in her life. Everything in her life she approaches with a fierceness and a difficult and a fighting nature. But she applies it most to you. The thing she's going to fight the hardest for is you. And that's when people who choose difficult women reap the rewards in this song. It's the idea that the thing that hangs around your neck and is very, very heavy and has enormous wings and is huge and may not be liked by everybody, wait till that thing is chosen to protect you. A little esoteric because it doesn't apply to everybody, but it does. But definitely enjoy the Ivy and Willow haunting melodies if that's your thing. The next song is Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus, and apologies to all. This is the only song I can't wrap my head around, and I don't want to discuss. Out of 31, I still think you're getting your money's worth. It's just 1 out of 31. And I welcome you to school me in the comments on what you thought about Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. I'm not touching it. The next song is How Did It End? The question so many people ask when a long relationship dissolves. Family, friends, friends of friends, complete strangers. Everyone wants to know the story. And we may never know why it's so imperative. I feel like everyone is guilty. When everyone hears that someone ended, it's never like, okay, I don't need to know any more details. Maybe you're in the smaller percent of people who can stop at that. But most people ask, how did it end? And I don't understand. I mean, it's almost like worth examining why we feel entitled to know. We just can't stop until we know all the details. And this isn't just celebrities. It's everybody. Again, family, friends, friends of friends, complete strangers, celebrities. We always want to know how. Yes, we're trying to find out what went wrong to try to avoid it. Very, very, very sage bird, wise bird. But we always want to know the post-mortem of couples that had nothing to do with us. We always feel entitled to know the story. It's never enough to know that a pairing ended. We'll preserve, and then I don't know if you have been in your own relationship where, I know I have, where it's like, we'll preserve the dignity of this. We won't talk about it. And it lasts for 2 hours. The line that really hits with that is, we'll tell no one except all of our friends. And that is very relatable, because I'm not going to tell anybody what happened except everyone, but don't tell anybody, because we're going to go about this with dignity. I don't know. It's hard to do. So good for you if you've done it. And the other line that is kind of worth mentioning is, my beloved ghosted me sitting in a tree, D-Y-I-N-G. We all know the sitting in a tree, K-S-S-I-N-G, welcome to the end part. Also, A sad part is come one, come all, it's happening again. It references that she just can't, it's happening again. That just made me a little sad. So we'll go to a happier track, in my opinion, and it's called So High School. Apologies to Miss Christine Colson, but I liked this song. First of all, which person who watched the Super Bowl didn't think of the captain of the football team and the head cheerleader when they were hugging amidst all that confetti? My research has led me to believe that Taylor Swift's junior and senior year of high school had to accommodate her touring schedule and incorporated a lot of homeschooling. But better late than never, I suppose, to involve yourself in the fun of high school. I loved the lyrics. I want to find you in a crowd just to hide from you. Oh my God. How much did I do that with Ted? Ted, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well. I looked for you in many crowds just to hide from you. Sorry, bud, but now you know. The other line that is kind of cute is getting the car door for me, how sweet, then pulling me into the back seat. File that under things Ted and I never did, but it's still very fun to remember that era, no? And for Kelsey shippers, there's one or two concrete references, including Kiss, Marry, Kill, which apparently, though I haven't seen this, he was asked in an interview, Taylor Swift, Kiss, Marry, Kill. Yeah, who is this Ted? Yeah, it's my junior high and high school crush. But Kiss, Marry, Kill, in an interview, apparently he was asked Taylor Swift, Kiss, Marry, Kill, and he chose Kiss. How sweet. And the other... Okay, and people are calling out the lyric, brand new, full throttle. You knew how to ball. I knew Aristotle. Or I know Aristotle. You know how to ball. I know Aristotle. They're calling out the full throttle in the Swiftie comment boards, but admittedly, I can't find why. Is that a tight end term? Is it a Kelsey? Does he say full throttle a lot? Maybe they're focusing on the second part, the baller comment and the Aristotle. I don't know, but they're including throttle, and apparently it's a Kelsey shout out. So I found it fun and bouncy on an album filled with dirges, but Miss Colson and others, I'm ready for your appeal and welcome it because we're all friends here and we don't hate it here, which takes us to our next title, I Hate It Here. And in this case, here is the real world. Who can't relate, right? The first verse deals with retreating to the secret garden in your mind, where it's much more comfortable, you're in charge, no one is getting hurt. And there's the line, people need a key to get in, and the only one is mine. The second verse discusses another escapee trick, a game where you pick another decade to live in, and she picks the 1830s before realizing, well, no, actually that wouldn't be great for reasons that are probably occurring to you at home immediately. Then she thinks of how even palaces of yore were cold. And every life and every time period has its trials. And you want to be strong, but sometimes you just got to say, I hate it here. The next track is the problematic Thank You, Amy. And I didn't write anything for this because I'm going to ad-lib this, so please be patient with me. I do better with a script, but here are my thoughts on this. The fashion was great in the 1830, but here's my take on this track and the album broadly as a whole. And I don't know if everyone's going to disagree with me, but hear me out. This track resurrects and digs up again the dirt between Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift. And if you are wondering if that is just speculation, check out the title. That is how it's spelled on the track listing. Frank did not do that independently. The K, the I, and the M are capitalized. And it's a song about how in high school there was a bully and she wanted to push Taylor Swift down the stairs, and Taylor was creating things, but this bully kept taking her down and ridiculing every baby step she took to make herself better. And there are lines like my mother, everyone knows my mother is a God-fearing woman and a good Christian woman. I don't think she says Christian, but she wishes you would die. And your children are one day going to come home singing a song that you and I will know. These are not exact lyrics, but it's definitely close enough. You and I will both know it's about you. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel as if involving your mom wishing she was dead and her children also for something that I just also feel did not need to be brought up another time, another round of this. This is sort of old now, and I don't like that this happened. I don't like, and she says, "Thank you, Amy, because I could not be today if it wasn't for what you did." Damning praise, right? Faint and damning praise. And I don't like this track, and I don't like what she's doing with this, and I don't know if others will agree with me, and this will not be or if others will cheer because they don't like Kim Kardashian. And on the broader scope, I did not touch on this on the first album because it didn't really occur to me, but already between the first video and this video, the media are talking about how Joe Alwyn has made a life of being very private. That's part of the problem that she had with him, apparently, from this masterpiece that she's written. And I don't know if it's okay to take aim so much and air so much from somebody who, one, has always valued their privacy, and two, not really, it's pretty much obvious I don't think he's going to come out and say anything. It's pretty safe when the person is going to probably not respond and bow away from the controversy and not try to get involved and not try to keep it going. And the third thing is she has written in a statement, I think I will touch on this later, but I'm just going to touch on it now as well. In a statement independent of this album on, I think, YouTube or Twitter, she has written that this is the end, that she is not revisiting this part of her life again, and it's over, and she's not going to talk about this stuff anymore, and that there's no scores to settle, and there's no reason to say that we have to keep going to make it even. And I don't like that either, because I don't like when people throw a punch and then say, I don't want to fight. So, I do enjoy the music. I didn't enjoy this track. I don't think I'll ever listen to it again. And if I don't, unless I'm in the room and it's playing. And that's my thoughts on that. I loathe KK too. Well, I'm not going to say that, but she's not blameless in this. But I don't know if it was the high road to do this track, and I don't know if it was the high road to bring it up again, and I don't know if it was the high road to do the things that I talked about. Mom wishing her dead, child listening to a song that's making fun of her. It just felt a little below the belt. It felt a little untailory. And that's all I'm going to say before going to the next track, which is from, this is where it got messed up. I apologize. Okay, the next one is The Prophecy. Now, is it really? Did we already get that far?
No, I look at people's windows.
Okay. Next up is, I'm sorry, I have the tracks obviously wrong. Oh no. I'm sorry. I can't find window. I think I deleted it. Well, this is okay. Okay, no, I got it. I'm sorry. From my hot take of not defending her comes the next song, which I like and can so relate to. Sorry. And while I regret telling you the title is I Look in People's Windows, she actually includes the lines, I look in people's windows like I'm some deranged weirdo. This is not going well for me. She speaks of getting comfort in looking in people's windows and the amber glow surrounding friends together drinking wine. I mean, usually when the windows are open, lit from the inside, dark on the outside, and you catch a passing glance, I'm not talking about staring with your eyes, with your hands around your eyes, but When you look in and see people doing things with when the curtains are open, they're usually having fun times, or at least not horrible times. When they're fighting, or they close the drapes. So sometimes when the windows are open and you can see inside and you see a nice little tableau, it's fun. Plus, on a side note, because she discusses hoping to look in one and see you. While I can't relate to that specific instance, I thought of, do you remember being younger and having a crush and being in town and looking in every window of every shop, wondering if he's there? Like, before you had a car or the internet or could plan your destiny and plan chance meetings, you just everything had to be chance, and everything had to be, maybe this is just me, but when she said, I look in the window and all the windows and hope in one to see you, like tilting your head, like, is that you? I used to do that in town when there was the only way I could see the boy that I liked. So I related to it that way, but that could be a little too specific for most people. What's next, hon? The prophecy? Is that right? Okay, great. The prophecy. Okay, after spells of bad luck, sometimes we are so tired of blaming ourselves that we reach out to other influences. The universe is against me. Our signs aren't compatible. The Italians believe in the Maloik, which they believe causes bad luck, and is Mercury in retrograde. Everything but themselves to blame for their recent spell of not getting anything going their way. And the prophecy has our girl wondering if her not being able to find love after all this trying is perhaps a prophecy, something decided for her a long time ago, and she's wondering who she can talk to get it reversed. And for those of you who voted in the Which is Better lyric from AOA YouTube, this is the song that contains the lyric, but even statues crumble if they are made to wait. Next up is Cassandra. This is primarily about the Trojan priestess who was blessed with the gift of prophecy, but it was linked with a curse that no one would believe her predictions. Can you imagine knowing the horse they're wheeling in is full of men, but everyone ignoring you and just signing for it and saying thank you to the Greek FedEx guy? Sheesh. Anyway, to make it relatable, there are all periods of time when we are feeling, just because you're paranoid, don't mean they're not after you. When you are screaming to people, I have a bad feeling about this, and your nearest and dearest trusted friends are assuring you everything is fine. The Maloik, right? The bad eye. Frank is nodding that's a thing, and I'm not dissing the Italians. I just know that that's something that they think could cause bad luck that has nothing to do with you. It's an outside influence that can cause things to go wrong. So there are periods of time when you scream, I know better, things are going to go wrong, and nobody believes you. And Taylor believes that she was experiencing a lot of this phenomenon during this time period, which I find ironic since she didn't see Matt Healy coming. But no one is correct 100% of the time, except Cassandra. But I mean, a lot of good it did her. And one last shout out to the one dude who said that the 2 imagery meant 2 albums and was laughed out of the chat room. I wonder if his name was Cassius. Next up. Okay. Peter. The next song is called Peter, and okay, this is a song that I can't say enough about. This song hit me like a heat-seeking missile and exploded right here. The one and only song on this album that made me cry. Devotees of the Anthony On Air show may recall that for some reason, fiction makes me sadder than true stories. Well, from the one line from Cardigan, trying to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy, we have the whole song Peter explaining what happened. Spoiler alert. Peter grew up and he saw the world and he did not return to Wendy. The line is, said you were going to grow up, that you were going to come find me. but the woman at the window turned out the light. I don't know if my rare and undiagnosed medical condition where Disney characters make me cry more than the state of the world makes me feel this song. I think it makes me feel this song disproportionately. I don't know if you guys are going to cry the way I did over this song and are trying not to. I'm trying not to now. But for an album where we were all warned to buy tissues, this is the only one I needed them for, but I used the whole box. Careful with this one. Next up is Robin. Shout out to the AOA Robin. No, it's the Bolter? It shouldn't be. Okay, thank you. Robin. Shout out to AOA Robin. Yay! He's not here, but I can't believe they had a song named Robin. Now, this song seems to be about a child, and I feel it may resonate more with parents than it did with me. It is undeniably a beautiful song, and is definitely making a great many people cry. But it did not resonate with me. This is another one where I pass the baton to the comments, and I hope you can tell me that it affected you more, because it's definitely a fan favorite. People are calling this one the song. This is the one where most people are crying. It's about an innocent child and how you cheer them on and how nothing's hurting yet, and it's such a wonderful time. And I know, or at least I believe, parents will hit them more than it did me. The next one is the Bolter, but it was discussed in the last one. It's kind of I thought it worked better as a bonus track on the last album, because when she ended things with Clara Bow, there was like a PS, I'm still going to write songs like about, I'm not going to suddenly start writing songs about rocks and trees. It's going to be more of the same. It's going to be the stuff that I know. It just won't be from this time period. And the last one is the Manuscript. And like Clara Bow, this song is designed to be the end. But while in the first album I imagined a roller coaster coming to a stop, this was more like a plane landing. When you get ready and it's landing and you're feeling like you're coming back to Earth. It speaks of this 31 song double album as a manuscript that she can pick up and read every now and then, but can stop living in a PTSD way. She is not experiencing the time period now that she has written it all down and her tears have become ink on paper. The big one last souvenir from my trip to your shore. Now and then I reread the manuscript, but the story isn't mine anymore. That is, I'm just going to say it again because we have time, and this is a very interesting 2 lines. One last souvenir from my trip to your shore. Now and then I reread the manuscript, but the story isn't mine anymore. And Taylor, through this song and some independent posts, has made it clear that now it's all of ours. She, not just hers, but all of ours to listen to whenever we want. She is not going to reference this time period again. She's not going to speak of it, apparently. And this is the manuscript, and we can revisit it whenever we want, but she has stopped living in it and experiencing it. It's over for her. Tears to Ink, Alchemy. Yes, very nice, very nice. That's the second album. I encourage you to listen to it. It is a little bit more, I find, relatable in that the first one seemed a lot of exactly what was happening to her, almost like a timeline, almost like a blow by blow of what she was doing every month of her life, which is nice. But these are more songs like High School and and Peter and Cassandra and all these other things where, have you experienced this looking in windows? Tell us in the comments. But that is the second album. I hope that you guys liked it. I know I did. I want to thank Anthony and Frank for having me do this. I want to thank everyone who showed up in the live chat. I want to thank everyone who's going to look at it later Of course, I want to thank T Swift, even though I did say that stuff before. I am a Swiftie. I remain a Swiftie. And please tonight, if you can, join the boys for the 420 show. And all right, until the next one, which will probably be in 4 or 5 months.